You can rely on alumni. The most recent act of kindness that Jill Duggar Dillard performed with Derek has resulted in her being called out negatively. Throughout the past few months, the married couple has been posting upbeat and encouraging content on their various social media platforms. Following a devastating miscarriage that occurred in April of last year, they are embarking on a journey toward healing. They went shopping not too long ago in order to give something back to others who are less fortunate. When it comes to what they did, however, not many people are impressed. Continue reading to find out why. Keeping an eye on things, Jill Duggar updates her parents on her current situation. Jill's Instagram stories Q&A was one of the most recent updates about her. The former cast member of Counting On provided updates regarding her relationship with Jim, Bob, and Michelle. The mother of 3 children claims that although things are still complicated between them, she believes that they are in a phase of rebuilding. She also states that they continue to maintain healthy boundaries on their relationship. In addition, Jill disclosed that they continue to make an effort to spend time together whenever they are able to, which is evidence that their relationship is progressing in a positive manner. Jill has been criticized for being inconsiderate. It has been brought to the attention of Redditors that Jill Duggar Dillard has been called out for releasing a video of Derek shopping at the Dollar Tree for Operation Christmas Child charity. The former cast members of Counting On purchased footwear to donate to youth. Many of their supporters, on the other hand, are dissatisfied with their efforts. Some people believe that products like shoes and other items sold at the Dollar Tree are known for being the most affordable, not just in terms of price, but also in terms of quality. It was also claimed in the poster that Alyssa Bates Webster did the same thing, but at least she went to Walmart to buy presents. It is possible to purchase Crayola and certain art supplies that are of an acceptable quality at Dollar Tree, but other than that, it is crap. These children should not be sent garbage. If you are not going to do it correctly, you should not do it at all. One year, my mother-in-law prepared one of these, and it was full of goods that were purchased from thrift stores. Everything had been used, as was obviously the case. It was both shocking and disgusting to me. How Christian is it to purchase products that were most likely manufactured in underdeveloped nations, in some cases by children, in order to contribute something back to those countries? It's likely that they believe they're doing the right thing by not simply clearing up objects from around their house in preparation for it. However, the most of it is still garbage. A few weeks ago, I took my child there and allowed him to select a few items from the selection. The entirety of it either did not function properly or disintegrated within a week. Jill Duggar attends a Halloween party with children, and we are counting on her. Not only did Jill Duggar Dillard publish a video from their Halloween day on social media, but she also shared a video from their shopping day. The former cast member of Counting On took her children out to go trick-or-treating. The costumes that Sam and Israel wore were those of energy drinks, and Jill and Derek wore costumes that were those of a garbage collector and a trash bag. Jill expressed her hope that everything went well for you yesterday, that you had a good time, and that you are not experiencing too much sugar excess aftermath today. Jill Duggar, one of the stars of the now-canceled TLC reality series Counting On, has always been a subject of scrutiny and public attention, both for her family's religious lifestyle and for her parenting choices. Recently, the spotlight has once again turned to her and her husband, Derek Dillard, after a series of comments and criticisms surfaced online regarding their approach to raising their children. This time, the criticism is centered around accusations that Jill is being cheap or overly frugal when it comes to her kids' needs and experiences. In this article, we'll explore the background of the Duggar family, Jill's parenting choices, the context of the cheap accusations, and the broader public debate about money, values, and family life in today's society. Who is Jill Duggar? A quick overview. Jill Duggar, born Jill Michelle Duggar, is one of the 19 children of Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar, whose family became famous through their TLC reality show 19 Kids and Counting, later renamed Counting On. The show chronicled the Duggar family's life, focusing on their ultra-conservative religious values, large family, and unique parenting style. The Duggars follow a strict Christian lifestyle which emphasizes modesty, traditional gender roles, and courtship rather than dating. Jill, along with her siblings, was raised in this environment where the expectations for behavior were rigid and independence was often limited. In 2014, she married Derek Dillard, and they quickly became a fan-favorite couple on 19 Kids and Counting. They eventually left the show, citing differences in values and a desire for more privacy. Since then, Jill and Derek have made several public statements about their lives, including their decision to break away from some of the Duggar family's strict traditions, particularly those concerning how they raise their children. Today, Jill is a mother of 3, Israel, Samuel, and Freddie. She and Derek are vocal about their efforts to create a family life that aligns with their personal values rather than the expectations of the Duggar family or the public. While Jill has made efforts to distance herself from her famous family, she continues to be in the public eye, often sharing glimpses of her life on social media. The rise of the cheap criticism. Where did it start? The controversy over Jill Duggar being cheap to her children didn't emerge overnight. It began with a series of comments and decisions Jill made regarding how she and Derek managed their family finances and parenting choices. The criticism began when Jill posted about a variety of family decisions, from birthday parties to everyday purchases, which many social media users and fans took issue with. Some of the backlash stems from Jill's decision to share her budgeting habits publicly. For example, Jill has posted photos of her children's birthday parties, which, compared to the lavish celebrations seen in many affluent families, appeared to be relatively modest. There were reports of her making homemade gifts and repurposing older items, and these decisions led to speculation that she might be cheap or overly frugal with her children. One of the most discussed incidents that fueled these accusations came when Jill shared how she had thrown a DIY birthday party for one of her sons. Rather than going for an extravagant affair with expensive decorations and activities, she opted for a simple at-home celebration with homemade decorations and a modest cake. Fans who had grown accustomed to seeing celebrities, including the Duggar family, throw lavish parties were quick to call her out. The cheap label. What does it really mean? The term cheap is often used to describe someone who is perceived as being excessively frugal or unwilling to spend money, even when it might be considered appropriate or necessary. In this case, critics of Jill Duggar have suggested that she is making her children miss out on experiences, toys, and celebrations that other children enjoy because she wants to save money or avoid spending. However, it's important to recognize that cheapness is a subjective term. For some, spending large sums of money on children's birthday parties or buying them the latest gadgets and toys is seen as a natural part of parenting. For others, particularly those who embrace a more minimalist or intentional lifestyle, Jill's decisions may not seem cheap at all, but rather thoughtful and aligned with their values. Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard have made it clear in various interviews and posts that they prefer to spend their money wisely and avoid the trappings of materialism. This extends to their approach to parenting, where they prioritize experiences, love, and education over the accumulation of material possessions. However, in a world where consumerism often dictates how families should behave and what they should purchase, Jill's choices are seen by some as out of step with societal norms. Breaking away from Duggar traditions. A family's financial independence. One of the core aspects of Jill and Derek's parenting style is their desire for financial independence. When Jill and Derek first left 19 Kids and Counting and started their own lives away from the limelight, they made it clear that they would be stepping away from the Duggar family's approach to money. The Duggars were known for living within their means, but also for promoting a strict financial code that emphasized saving, modesty, and a large reliance on family-run businesses. While Jill and Derek still adhere to some of these values, they have been open about wanting to forge their own path. Jill has repeatedly stated that she and Derek do not want to live in a way that relies on donations or charity, which had been a significant part of the Duggar family's public image. The Duggars often used their platform to promote their values and received financial support from fans who viewed the family's lifestyle as wholesome and aspirational. Jill and Derek, on the other hand, have made it clear that they prefer to earn their own money and live more independently from the Duggar machine. This shift in financial philosophy likely explains some of the decisions that Jill makes regarding her children. She is focused on raising her family in a way that reflects her values of self-sufficiency and resourcefulness, which can sometimes be perceived as cheapness by those who view money as a reflection of love and success. Parenting in the public eye. Navigating scrutiny and criticism. Parenting in the public eye is never easy, especially when the expectations placed on you are as high as they are for a Duggar. From the very beginning, Jill Duggar's decisions as a mother have been scrutinized, whether it's regarding her choices on birth control, schooling, or how she raises her children. When the public expects a certain kind of life from you, anything that deviates from that norm can be met with backlash. Many parents today face criticism from the public on social media. It's not uncommon for people to be quick to judge others based on their personal parenting philosophies, particularly when it comes to how families spend their money. Jill Duggar's choice to be frugal might not fit the mold that others expect, but that doesn't necessarily make it wrong. Jill and Derek have always emphasized that their choices are based on their faith, values, and desire to create a healthy, happy home for their children. They have spoken out against living up to the materialistic standards of the world, preferring to focus on the quality of their relationships and experiences. For Jill, this means making decisions that might appear cheap to some, but are, in her view, smart and aligned with her family's goals. Is frugality really a bad thing? The broader debate about money and values. The debate over Jill Duggar's alleged cheapness raises larger questions about money, values, and how families should be spending their resources. In today's society, we often equate spending money with showing love, success, and providing for our children. There's a pervasive idea that the more we spend on our children, the more we are giving them, when in reality, the quality of a child's upbringing has far more to do with emotional support, education, and the values they are taught. Frugality, in many ways, is a virtue. It teaches children to appreciate what they have, to focus on experiences rather than material goods, and to avoid living beyond their means. In a world where consumerism is often pushed as a measure of happiness and success, Jill's approach is a reminder that there are other ways to raise a family, ones that don't necessarily require endless spending. Moreover, Jill's decisions might not be about money at all. They could be about something deeper, a desire to raise her children with certain values, to teach them about hard work, and to provide them with a life that reflects their family's priorities. For some parents, this means foregoing expensive birthday parties or lavish gifts in favor of a more minimalist approach that focuses on what truly matters: family time, love, and memories that will last a lifetime. A personal choice amidst public scrutiny. At the end of the day, the criticisms leveled at Jill Duggar for being cheap reveal more about society's values than they do about her parenting choices. Jill and Derek's decision to raise their children with a focus on intentional spending and frugality might not be the norm in today's world, but it doesn't make it inherently wrong. In fact, many parents who share similar values would likely applaud Jill's decision to prioritize experiences over possessions and live within their means. The controversy over Jill Duggar's approach to parenting is a reminder of the complexities of raising children in